What's up, y'all? How you doing? It's your boy Dog from EBF Academy by English Black Friday. And guess what? Today, we're going to have an advanced English lesson. What does that mean? Two things. One is, if you want to take your English from this level to the next level, you need to know this. Second, it's going to be 100% in English so that you will get familiar with this language. I'm sure you're already familiar with it, but I don't know if you're familiar with inversions. Are you ready? Let's go. So you already know that inversion is a phenomenon that happens in the English language. For example, when you're asking a question, well, usually we invert some things in the question. For example, if I say the sentence, you are coming, you are coming. This is an affirmative statement. But if I want to ask that question, I would just invert the you are, and that will become are you. That's an inversion. Are you coming to the party? And then you say, yes, I am, or no, I'm not. Are you guys coming to the party? Yes, we are. No, we are not, or we aren't. Okay, so we are already familiar with inverting when you're asking a question. That's going to be really important for you to understand the other inversions in English. We use that not only with the verb to be, but with all the modal verbs too. For example, I should take a medicine. Should I take a medicine? That would be the question. Or I can say, or I can say. And if I invert, it becomes a question. Can I say? Can I say that? So we use the inversions to ask questions. The verb be will use the inversion. The modal verbs will use the inversion. But what about the other inversions in English? Are you familiar with them? That's what we're about to learn. Let's go. Well, the first one is we usually use inversions in formal or written styles. Formal written styles in general, okay? So when you want to make that statement a little bit more dramatic, we are going to use the inversions. So this is how we're going to do. I'm going to show you the normal sentence. You know, usually people talk like that. And then I'm going to create the dramatic version of it using inversion. So this is the normal sentence. Well, imagine the situation here. You're looking at this place and it's beautiful. And you say, wow, I had never seen such a beautiful view. I had never seen such a beautiful view. That's a normal sentence. If you are a fluent English speaker, you understand it and you can use that sentence. But have you ever used that this way? Never had I seen such a beautiful view. Never had I seen such a beautiful view. That's dramatic. That's so poetic too. Look at this. I had never seen such a beautiful view. Never had I seen such a beautiful view. Very formal, very nice written style. Check the next example. She hardly knew anyone at the party. She hardly knew anyone at the party. Hardly did she know anyone at the party. Hardly did she know. Because look at this. She hardly knew. Knew is the verb know in the past. What is the question form for knew in the past, right? So you say, did she know? Oh, she knew that. Did she know that? So that's the question. You invert creating the question form. So the sentence again, she hardly knew anyone at the party. Hardly question form. Did she know anyone at the party? So say, man, hardly did she know anyone at the party. It's very formal, but it shows that your English is at a higher level. You ready for more inversions? Let's go. Well, for this second way to create an inverted sentence, to use inversion, we're going to talk about the conditionals. You know, the conditional sentences using if. For example, if I were rich, I would travel the world. If I were rich, I would travel the world. This is the normal sentence. Everybody talks like that. Beyonce talks like that. If I were a boy, I think I would understand. Or something like that, right? If I were rich, I would travel the world. How can I invert this in conditionals? First thing you have to do is remove if. If will be taken out. I were. Invert, were I. Were I rich, I would travel the world. Were I rich, I would travel the world. This is formal. I told you, you're not going to hear this in the streets of New York, okay? You're not. But if you are watching, for example, Game of Thrones, if you're watching Peaky Blinders, if you're watching anything that sounds more dramatic, poetic, formal, you might hear that. If I were rich, I would travel the world. Were I rich, I would travel the world. Check the next example. If she had known, she would have helped. Man, if she had known, she would have helped. Normal sentence. If she had known, she would have helped. Let's make the inversion. If she had known, remove if, she had. Invert, had she. Had she known, she would have helped. Has she known, she would have helped. That's interesting, right? I mean, Natallí just said that behind the camera that you don't really like this? No, it doesn't sound beautiful to you? So you prefer the normal sentence. Yeah. So say, if I were rich, I would travel the world. Were I rich, I would travel the world. Sounds a little weird to you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's because I don't listen to this.
Exactly. Something that just happened to Natallí might happen to you because you're not going to hear people speaking like that at all times. But if you're reading a book, if you want your English to sound more formal, more advanced, this is something that I would highly recommend. Okay? Little did I know the importance of that. Wow, that was a nice inversion. Let's see some more examples. Think about this. Whenever you're using so, such, or nor, and sometimes neither, you can make the inversions too. Look at this. I'm going to give you the normal sentence, and then we're going to move on to the inversion. Normal sentence, let's see. She was tired, and she fell asleep quickly. She was tired, and she fell asleep quickly. Well, now we're going to create the inversion using so. Check it out. So tired was she that she fell asleep quickly. So tired, invert. Was she, not like she was tired. Now, so tired was she that she fell asleep quickly. Do you like this inversion, babe?
No.
No? You want to take your English to the next level, right? You too, right?
Yes, but it's ugly for me.
So you better learn it. It's going to be important. Look at this one more time. She was tired. She fell asleep quickly. So tired was she that she fell asleep quickly. This is beautiful, babe. Come on. This is beautiful. Check the next. Look at this one here. I'm sure Natallí's going to like this sentence. Look, it was such a beautiful day that we went to the beach. You like this one, babe?
Yes.
Yeah, it was such a beautiful day that we went to the beach. Well, let's create the inversion. The inversion with such. Such was the beautiful day that we went to the beach. You like this one?
Esse eu gostei.
You see, I'm telling you, I should like this one. No. Such was the beautiful day that we went to the beach. Very nice inversion. Let's see the inversion with nor. Check it out. So take a look at this. Normal sentence. She doesn't like coffee and I don't either. That means I don't like coffee either. She doesn't like coffee and I don't either. She doesn't like coffee, nor do I. Nor do I. And then I said that nor, a very formal way to say neither. Neither do I. Or nor do I. It's the same thing. She doesn't like coffee, nor do I. She doesn't like coffee, neither do I. So those are inversions that will make your English, get to the next level. It's going to help you sound more formal. It's going to help you sound more advanced. So recap for you before we go. Oh, hold on a second. Make sure you like this video. That was complicated. It was not a very easy video to make because I don't use inversions all the time. So I have to think about the examples and, it's just like, well, that doesn't really sound natural to me. But it's important for you to understand it. Recap, check it out. Questions. Are you ready? Negative adverbs. Never have I seen that. Conditionals. Had I known, I'd have come. Emphasis with so, such. So amazing was the show. Agreement with nor. nor do I agree. So here is your challenge. Your challenge is, I want you to write 2 sentences in the comment using inversions, and I will make the corrections for you. Thank you very much for your time. I'll see you in the next video.